once upon a time, just because we are talking about Valentine's Day and love between two partners, once upon a time, marriage was an occasion which was very revered. Not that it isn't right now, but it's highly commercial. Oh, I need to spend so much. It has to be the best. It cannot be compared to. And that is, again, unnecessary pressure. Because the amount of things that one is trying to do just to make the other person or the people he or she wants to please creates this unnecessary stress, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. I mean, here we're speaking about just the norms of, of society, of what societies expect of us. So it's our social standards and, of course, our own personal standards that we create for ourselves, which links into expectations. And that pressure is real. I think there's so much pressure to be in a relationship these days so that we don't consciously choose. I think you speaking about marriage, I think it's one of the most important decisions a human being needs to make in their life. And I'm not sure if much thought really goes into it because, there is that pressure to get married and afterwards, have your kids and get the home and job. So we are kind of going through life ticking off boxes. And we find ourselves in positions where we just feel a sense of depletion, we feel stuck, we feel paralyzed, and we need to stop and ask why. I think that it's beautiful to have marriages and unions between two people. We are born to bond, but we need to look carefully of how we are doing it, and perhaps we need to consciously couple these days. And if we look at our marriage contracts, if we really look at what's in those contracts, it's like a business agreement. And it's about the assets and it's about, all economics and finances and money. And is that what a real marriage is all about? Because when we get married, that's what's in our contracts and that's what's being discussed. And of course, if a couple has to separate, that's also what has to be discussed. So, and if you look at the word money, and you take the word, the first letter and the last letter, if you remove that, what are you left with the word one? So, because it's the one thing that can really cause a lot of conflict in a relationship, not only in terms of couple relationships, but also families and business relationships and friendships. And if you take the two letters and you put it together, the M and the Y, you're left with my. And that word alone is the stress. It's the word I, my, me, mine that is all rooted in our egos. And this is what causes the separateness of individuals. And in fact, we need a sense of oneness, connecting from our place of our mind, from our heart, from our body to give us that complete sense of oneness with an individual. So often we say we fall in love. It's a common phrase. But I think that we need to be rising in love.
Okay.